Look, as you know, I've taken a strong and close interest in the Deeming case. That's the defamation action that Victorian Liberal Mora Deeming brought against her then leader John Pesutto after he accused the MP of neo-Nazi sympathies and had her thrown out of the Liberal Party room. Deeming won her case hands down in December, and so comprehensively did she win it that Pesutto's never even tried to appeal it, with the court thus ordering him to pay her $300,000 in damages and now pay some $2.3 million in legal costs. Now, all Deeming ever did was support a rally in favour of the rights of women and girls to their own single-sex spaces, and not to have women's sport and women's facilities open to biological men. And this is such a self-evident proposition that it's recently been upheld by Britain's highest court. Now, on occasions, I try to get Pesutto to apologise and settle, personally meeting with Deeming and the Liberal Party president. But I failed. Everyone else who tried failed also. Had Pesutto been willing to shift, he would not now be facing bankruptcy, and if that happens, of course, he's then expelled from the Parliament. But he refused. Time and time again, he has refused. So here he is now having to face the music on Friday. As Deeming would have had to face the music, too, had she lost. Now, Deeming's lawyers recently wrote to John Pesutto's lawyers, warning that Pesutto's public financial backers, including several former Victorian Liberal premiers, could also be held legally liable for Pesutto's costs order should he fail to pay. Now, that's the law in this country. It's bad for them, I agree. It's also bad for the Liberal Party. And that letter has now found its way into the media, doubtless designed to try and embarrass Deeming into wiping away the debt that Pesutto owes her as a result of the judgment of the court, something he should understand better than almost anyone else because he is, after all, a lawyer. Now, this is all part of an ongoing smear campaign against a woman who was done over by her own leader, who then took him on and won. And the Liberals who are prosecuting it, well, they should be ashamed of themselves. Today, a proposal is circulating, it's now in the media, that the Liberal Party and the Cormack Foundation, this is the fundraising arm of the party, should jointly lend Pesutto the money he needs to avoid bankruptcy. Now, the problem with this is that the money that's been donated to the party is to help the party win elections, not bail out John Pesutto for the consequences of his folly. And quite simply, Pesutto should just pay up, as he's been ordered to do by no less than the federal court. And those individuals who want him to stay in the Parliament by avoiding bankruptcy, well, they should pay up on his behalf if he doesn't have the means to do it himself. Now, this is all so unfortunate, so unnecessary, but this is self-inflicted. And if Pesutto can't pay and his backers won't pay, then John Pesutto should simply declare bankruptcy and leave the Parliament. Because that's what Deeming would have had to do had she lost. Again, that's the law. And I'll tell you what, no one would be calling on Pesutto to forgive her debt if the positions were reversed. This exercise in contemptible sexism against a woman who's been fully vindicated by the court must end now. And let me just say this, John Pesutto isn't trying to hang on to his seat in the Parliament to be Brad Batten's loyal backbencher. His supporters are openly saying he has to stay because he will come back as leader. Now, please, Liberal Party rank and file members have had enough of this self-indulgent muck that's obsessed the Victorian opposition for decades. The squabbles over the spoils of opposition, all the backstabbing and leadership battles, they have gone on for decades. Victoria is a basket case. Victorian businesses are on their knees. Victorian families and pensioners, they are desperate for hope. Voters in this state, they are desperate for change. John Pesutto, pay up. Whatever you owe, pay up or get out. It's that simple. And for all the players causing trouble, please put your energy into seeing off a truly bad Labor government. Last time your internal squabbles re-elected Daniel Andrews, and this time things are worse. It's time to get your act together because seriously, Victorians have had enough.